Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, Old School Anime, and today we have episode 1 of Ashita no Joe. So I'm a big fan of anime, right? And I used to have a friend that I used to work with who was also really into anime, but he was like 30 years older than me, and so it was this weird dynamic where every once in a while I would come up to him and try and talk about this anime that I saw, seeing if he had seen it yet or not, and he always had already seen it before. One of the times I told him about Hajime no Ippo, one of my favorite animes of all time, great anime, boxing anime. And I told him I found this great old school boxing anime, and he's like, wait a minute, you think that's old school? Because it was from the 90s, and he's like, 30 years older than me, so he's like, that's not old school, dude. If you want old school, watch Ashita no Joe. And I had always meant to watch it, but I just never got around to it. And, now I have this YouTube reaction channel, so it's the perfect opportunity to finally watch it. So this thing is from the 70s, which I didn't even know anime existed back then. So this is going to be very interesting to see like the old school style. Both the artwork and the storytelling, I think, are going to be a bit jarring, I would say, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed. He did say this was really good, and he highly recommended it. Anything else that he recommended to me and I watched, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I have a lot of faith in his recommendation, and I do know that this is considered one of the most popular animes of all time, especially of the old school generation. Ashita no Joe, I believe, translates to Tomorrow's Joe. So yeah, something related with boxing. I'm guessing Joe is the boxer. Best way to find out is to just find out. So as always, let's get right to it. But before I begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. We're still very much a small channel, so every like, comment, share, subscribe that I can get really helps out. I really appreciate it. Keep it short and sweet. Patreon link down below. With that, let's get right to the first episode. Hmm. Okay, I like the intro already. These are the eyes of a wild animal. Town drunk, I'm guessing. Oh shit. Hmm. He's fast.
やいやい乗らないことも、用があるならこそこそ知り合いでさっさと来てみな。場合によっちゃ相手になって可愛がってってもいいんだよ。これやろうちは貸し売りやってねえよ。飲みたかったら金を持ってきな。あんじゃよ。
Oh shit.
待ちな。おめえあんまり見かけねえ面だな。流れもんか。100円か200円でいいんだ。助けると思ってよ、あんちゃん。頼むよ。俺に触るなってんだ。なんだとこの野郎。おっさんよ。そんなに酔っ払ってて喧嘩ができると思ってんのかい。お望みたらやもう一発。
Oh shit. He's fast too.
いいぞ。おめえなかなかいいバネしてるな、おい。どうだよ、俺と一緒に組まねえか。俺と一緒にボクシングやる気ねえか。
ボクシング
そうよ、検討よ。おめえならできる。俺がコーチしてやりゃきっとできる。やってみな。
よしな。
おい、どうだ、俺と組んでボクシングやる気はねえか。
元気締めまた始めたぜ。
He's done this before?
さあ、あんまり慣れ慣れしく近づくなってんだい。酒くせえよ。
うるせえな、静かにしろ。がサチがやられてるぞ。鬼姫かい。
Is this the mob?
おっと、
やめなや
どきな、あんちゃん。ちょいと邪魔だよ。
なんだドギナタはなんだってんだよ。へっ、てめえらみたいに横に繋がって歩いたんじゃ取れるものも取れねえじゃねえか。
おい、若えの。おめえどうしても痛え目に遭いてえの。
痛え目ってのは一体どんなお目目だ。
何
めな。お兄ちゃん、やめた方がいいよ。やめなってば。こいつらね、ひどいことばっかりしてる鬼姫会の奴らね。
このまま、ずっとのくせに出しゃばりやがって。
おでんを一口ちょうだいいただければ。
Oh shit.
おでんだけだよ。
この野郎。とまあ、そういうわけでな。これからこいつの親父のとこへ、俺たちはこの道をどうしても通りてんだ、
じゃあ通りなどぶん中を。
何
Oh shit. Oh, this is fucking sick. He can't believe his eyes.
おお、このパンチだ。この強烈な殺人パンチだ。俺の目に来るように、とうとう見つけたぞ。かっこいいな。
Well, he's been in town all of 5 minutes and already he's become a hero.
あんちゃん、あんた名前なんてんだい？
俺かいへっ、ジョー。矢吹ジョーって。
Yabuki Joe.
今度はおでん一口なんてケチな真似をしねえで。屋台ごとかっぱらっちまねえ屋台ごと。人間たるものすべてでっかくなくちゃいけねえな。はっは。
That's interesting advice for the kid.
誰が言ってえな。
やめろよ。
だけどさ、本当に早くトイレ行った方がいいぜ。それともまだおしめをしてらっしゃるんですか？
あいつこそ俺が長い間探し求めていたやつだ。ジョー。矢吹ジョーか。
このドヤじゃねえ金のない奴は公園や橋の下で寝ることに決まってんだよ。
そんなおばさん。
Well, he's a drifter with not many prospects. He gives off like ruffian vibes, like he's willing to steal for his survival. Just sleeping out under the stars, it looks like.
この体をこの丹下断平に預けねえか。悪いようにはしねえから。わしがこれからみっちりボクシングを仕込んでやる。わしがコーチすりゃ、お前は一流のボクサーになれるんだ。そうすりゃこんな薄汚ねえドヤ街にくすぶってることはねえし、でっかい車乗り回して、でっかいプール付きの屋敷に住むことができるんだ。
Did he give him his coat? Yeah, he did, as a blanket. And he gave him food, too.
ハクシン！まったくあんたの見当気違いにも。
まあ、一杯やってケーキをつけなよ。
こりゃ、酒はやめた。
Wow, that was fast.
奴はきっと検討をやるようになるに決まってるんだ。ちょっとひねくれた奴だが、わしの真心が通じねえはずはねえんだ。ジョ
ずいぶん探したとおっさんよ。
ー！おー！見ろ！やっぱり来たじゃねえか。
おっさん、この汚いオーバー確かに返したぜ。今度俺の周りをうろちょろしたらただじゃ済まねえぜ。
Jeez.
俺はのんべってのは虫がつかねえ。
飲んじゃいねえ。昼間おめえのパンチを見た時からな、やめたのよ。ぷっつりとな。
Oh shit, they're back. There's more of them.
逃げたか逃げな。こいつら俺の客だ。
バカ賞！余計なことを言うんじゃねえ！やっちまえ！いやー！
Oh shit, here we go. Knocked out his teeth.
さあ、おいでほら。
すげえ！やっぱりすげえ！夢だ！夢みてえだ！そうだ、ジョー！そうだ！そうだ、右だ！左だ！それ右行け！右！それ行け！よーし！バーイ！
He's fucking loving it.
目にはな、奴のあの目の光が見えねえのか。あの目はな、ヤクザに成り下がるような腐った目じゃねえ。
Yakuza.
これっぽっちやてんで様になってねえぜ、せねえ夜。
遊びはもう終わりだと言ってるんだ。
Oh, shit.
刃物はいけねえ。頼む。そいつだけはやめてくれ。頼む。この通りだ。
おっさん、みっともねえぜ。
バカ野郎。てめえいつまで調子に乗ってる気だ。下手すりゃおめえ命取りになるんだぞ。下手をすりゃじゃねえ。バカ
Oh, shit.
へへ、やるならやれ。ただし俺の目の黒いうちは指一本触れさせねえ。
Oh, my God.
やるんならこの俺を殺してからにしてもらおうかい。
Jesus.
おいおっつぁん話せ。てめえおとなしくしてろってんだ。いいかおめえはボクサーになるんだ。俺と組んで決闘やるんだ。おめえは俺の明日なんだ。明日のジョーだ。
You're my tomorrow.
話せ。話せ。話せ。
Jesus.
昨日はぐれた狼が明日を目指して立ち上がる。
立つんだジョー。
リングにゃないぜ立たなきゃ昨日に逆戻り。
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was episode 1 of Ashita no Joe. Really fucking good. I love that. So it has this gritty aspect to it that just, screams passion and drive of the makers of it. Honestly, it's just really refreshing. I love the story so far. It's really cool. So this drifter Joe just wanders into town. Through happenstance, he, runs into this bum, this town drunk, whose name I believe is Dangpei, I'm pretty sure. And this guy used to be, a famous boxer, it looks like, but things didn't go his way. You saw the eye patch, so I'm guessing he went blind in one of his fights. He encounters Joe and realizes that this kid has a lot of potential. He just needs a little bit of guidance and coaching, and he could be, a real force. One quick encounter, and already he can tell that he has a really good punch. He moves well, he fights well, maybe even, good enough to take the gold. And he sees Joe in action against the local Yakuza gang. That was so cool. He's just flattening them left and right. Like, I really love the action sequences so far. They're very violent, but also very visceral and raw, and I just love that style of it. Dangpei is just immediately enamored with the kid. Of course, the kid blows him off, and you can tell that Joe sort of has this attitude of, it's a combination of cockiness and recklessness, I would say. He is a bit of a ruffian, so he's kind of like difficult to work with. He doesn't take what Dangpei says seriously, at least not at first. I can tell these two are destined to be together because this is what the show is going to be. Dangpei does everything that he can to ingratiate himself to Joe, but Joe just isn't having any of it. Joe's sleeping outside because he can't afford a room. Dangpei gives him his coat so he can keep warm, even though, he starts to cough. He's getting sick because he gave up his coat. When Joe is fighting the Yakuzas, Joe's attitude is, bring it. I don't care what you got. If you pull knives, I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. Dangpei is amazed by, what he can do in a fight, but realizes that there are limits. He's fighting, like, 20 guys and they all have knives pulled out. He's gonna get killed. So he gets very angry with Joe, tries to reason with him. Joe isn't having any of that and just basically says, bring it on. This pisses Dangpei off. He's like, no, you have a lot more to do. Your life is going to mean something. And like, gets really angry at him in the moment and knocks him to the ground. But then he literally throws his body on top of Joe and acts as a human shield as the other guys just beat the shit out of him trying to pull him off of Joe. And he refuses to give up. So yeah, it's a really cool story thus far. I love the action. Even the intro and the outro, you could tell that there's a lot of passion in the work here. And it's just very refreshing and very gritty. And yeah, I love it. One episode down and I already can tell that this is going to be really cool to have up on the channel. And honestly, I just want to get right to the next one. So yep, that's pretty much all I got. As always, thanks for watching and peace.